Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, 9 o'clock, and we're going to do a 45-minute Pilates session. So a couple of pieces of optional equipment today. A brick. This is a yoga brick. It's fairly thin, a little bit squishy. Assuming you don't have this exact sort of thing at home, just grab a paperback book of some sort. Try to have it fairly thick. If you don't have a paperback book to hand, don't worry about it too much. You can do just fine without. And then we're also going to use a resistance loop. So a fairly heavy one is always good. It doesn't roll up as much. But again, if you don't have that, don't worry. You still get an effective workout. Just kind of go through the motions without the equipment. So we're going to start standing up. Also make sure you've got some water. Maybe put some music on at home if you enjoy working out to music. Stand at the end of your mat. Have a look at your feet. Toes and heels should be in a line. Start buttoning your ribs towards your hips. Draw your abdominals in. Lift the arms up overhead. And then exhale, come up onto your toes. Relaxing the shoulders down away from you. So a nice long neck. Reach your arms out to the side. Lower your heels down. Drop your chin to your chest. Around the spine. Let the top of that head lead you all the way down. Just hanging over your legs. I want you to nod the head yes. And then shake the head no. Sway your torso left and right. If you can touch the mat, just sweeping your fingertips side to side. If you can't touch the mat, just try to get a little lower, a little closer to the floor each time you sway side to side. Last one, come back to the center, soften the knees, scoop the abdominals in, and slowly roll yourself back up. So re-stepping, articulating every joint, waking up the back, making everything start to move fluidly. And then inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale up onto your toes. Reach the arms out to the side and lace the fingers together behind your back. Lift the arms, lift the chest, lift to the ceiling. Then breathing out, straight legs, straight back, straight arms. Let the arms drop away from the body, just folding forward. And again, nod your head. Now let the hands come down to the mat, bend your knees. Walk yourself forward, coming all the way out into a plank. Lift the head, slide the shoulders down the back, squeeze the glutes, and zip your belly button up and away. Lift your right toe up, reach that toe to the top of the wall behind you. Breathe out, knee comes under the body to the opposite elbow. Breathe in, lift that toe high. Breathe out, dropping low. 2 more times there. Lift and lower. Last one, up. And let's hold this one. Hold the knee against that elbow for 3, 2, and 1. Back to your plank, left leg comes up. Reaching high, drop the knee to the opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. And lower. Try to straighten out that standing leg, your right leg. Try to keep that knee strong. Last one. Reach it high. Drop it low. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come back to your plank. Lift the hips up. Press into your heels. Hold for one big stretch, one big breath. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Check your feet are still parallel. Bend the knees, round the spine. Slowly roll yourself all the way up. Shoulders and head up last. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale up onto your toes. Narrowing the waist. I want you to hold here. Twist to your left. The hips stay facing forward. Just turning the shoulders. Trying to keep those heels nice and high. Then twisting to the right. Breathing out. Inhale, try to grow a little taller as you twist. You can lift a little higher, narrowing the waist, drag your heels slightly together. Inhale back, and then exhale. Ooh, I lost mine. Twist to the right. You lose it, just come back up. Back to the center. Drop your heels, reach your arms out to the side. Drop your chin around the spine, and slowly roll yourself all the way down once again. Now this time, when we're hanging over the legs, I want you to bend your right knee. Keep your left leg straight. And then change it. Bend the left knee with the right leg straight. One more time each way. Right knee bends. And then the left knee bends. And then we bend both knees. Hips low, hands to the mat. Breathe out as you walk forward. Kind of coming into your plank once again. Lift the head, slide the shoulders down the back. Draw the belly button in. And then come onto the tips of the toes to tap the knees to the mat. Exhale, lift. And lower. And lift. Keep your hips in line with the shoulders. Don't let the hips drop as those knees come down. Just kind of pull the knees forward onto the tips of your toes. 2 more times. And lift, really pressing the mat away. Last one. Up and hold. Now we're going to bend your elbows, coming into a push-up. Exhale, press the mat away. If you need to modify, just drop to your knees or just make it smaller. Stay here for 1 more. Try to pull your elbows into the sides of the ribs. So it's more of a tricep push-up. Try to keep the head, the hips, and the chest all in one line. Last one, up and hold. Just hold that plank, zip your heels together, squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze your glutes, and stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop your knees, sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms, stretch your back. Good. Now flip yourself over onto your back, and we're gonna need that brick or book or whatever you're using. So on your back, we place the brick high between the inner thighs. So I don't want it up here between your knees, between the bones. It should be between in the soft tissue, the muscles of your inner thighs. Try to wrap your knees around the top. Knees above the hips, shins parallel to the floor, and we're in a neutral spine. So we have that little gap under the lower back. Button your ribs down, squeeze that brick, and really lift the pelvic floor. So think sit bones here, base of the pelvis, almost pulling together as that pelvic floor is lifting up and away. We're going to exhale, lift the head and shoulders, looking towards your brick, so that shorter dimension of the brick is pointing in towards your chest, so you can really wrap around it and pump the arms. Breathing in for 4 beats. Breathe out for 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. Now, if you feel comfortable and in control here, we extend the legs. Turn the toes out slightly. I want your heels together, but the toes slightly turned out. And really squeeze that brick. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. Reach through the fingertips, strong arms. No bend in the elbows, no bend in the wrists. Breathing in. So strong legs, really squeezing that brick, lifting your kneecaps. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. Now see if you want to advance a little more, so you lower the legs a touch. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, breathe in. But make sure the abdominals are staying scooped and tight. Nothing bulging up, nothing doming. Breathe out. 2 more breaths. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Good. Take the shoulders back. Take the head down. Keep the brick in place, but take your hands now behind your head. Knees are back in our tabletop position. We're going to curl the head and shoulders up. Draw the belly button in. Squeeze your brick, your book, whatever you're using, and then inhale. Just tap those toes to the mat. Keep the 90-degree bend in the knees. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. But inhale, maintain your abdominal connection. That's the belly button down. Exhale, deepen your abdominal connection. Just try to pull the belly button in even tighter. Inhale to hold. Exhale, drawing in. 2 more times. Inhale, just maintain that connection. Exhale, deepen that connection. 1 more time. Shoulders stay high up off the mat. And lift. Good. Take the shoulders back. Grab your brick, book, whatever, and just use it to hug your knees into your chest. Pop it to the side, and now we lift the toes up to the ceiling. Just get a nice stretch to the backs of the legs. Move your feet around, circling the ankles. Both ways. Then we point the toes. Peel the head and shoulders up off the mat. Hold the right leg. We're going to do pull, pull, switch. Try to keep the upper body still and stable. Lower back presses into the mat. How straight can you get the legs? Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders down. Hug the knees in. I'm going to do 1 more set of the scissors, but adding a twist of the torso. If it feels too strong, just go back to the one that we've just done. Just do a second set of that. If you can, legs long, hands behind the head, shoulders up off the mat, belly button pulled in, lower back pressing down. We twist towards your left leg. We slow it down a little bit when we twist the torso. We just do a single twist and change, twist and change. Imagine a string pulling that elbow, that top elbow, up to the ceiling. Really get the shoulder up off the mat. Elbows stay wide. Legs long and straight. Opening the legs out. Staying here for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back. Pull your knees in. And just circle the knees around. Good. Now find your loop if you're using it. And we're going to place the loop around your feet. So it's kind of on the arches of your feet. Take your feet apart so you've got some tension in that loop. Your knees should be about as far apart as those feet are. Hands come behind the head. We're going to breathe out, peel the head and shoulders up off the mat, and we're going to turn towards your left knee. I want you to lock the right leg up. Pulse that left knee into your chest as you lift the right shoulder up towards that knee. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5. So no movement in that right leg, just pulling the left knee in like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Last 2 and 1. Inhale, change. Exhale, hold. Again, staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Just stretching that loop a little bit more, pulling that right knee in. Last 2 and 1. Inhale, change. We're going to split it in half. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 8. On the other side, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we do 4s. Go 4, 3, 2, 1. Change and hold for 4, 3, 2. Now 2 each side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Finish 8 singles. 8, 7. Just changing sides each time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back. Remove your band. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Good. Okay, we're going to take, so no equipment with the next one. Just coming up into our tabletop position. Slide your fingertips under your lower back and make sure you're not imprinting, not tilting the pelvis or pressing that lower back into the mat. Then take your thumbs, touch the base of the ribs at the front of the body, just pull them down, push the sides of your waist together again, give me a big pelvic floor lift. And actually, no, I lied. We're going to add the loop. Just thinking the loop's going to make us a little stronger. So loop comes up around those knees. So I'm still holding that tabletop position. Obviously, the loop is optional. But if you want a little bit more challenge, it adds just a little bit more because you have to just stretch as you lower one foot down, lower the other foot down, lift one knee up, lift the other knee up. Now, we often do this on a ball to challenge the balance, but it's good every now and then just to try it just on your mat, just trying to maintain that neutral spine. You might find that even though it's a fairly easy exercise, it's kind of really basic, you do start to shake and you find it's really difficult to maintain that neutral spine, keeping everything pulled in tight. So I want you to imagine you've got a belt kind of around your middle, really pulling in tight. Right toe comes down, left toe follows, no movement through the ribs, no movement through the lower back. Hold the next one up. Now flex your feet, pull the toes in. Lead with your left heel. Left heel comes down first, right heel follows, and lift. And lift. I want you to reach towards the end of your mat. So keeping that 90-degree bend. What I often see in groups is people just kind of coming really close to their hips, making it small. Try to make it bigger. Reach and reach. That will stress the abdominals a little bit more, make them have to work harder to maintain that stability. If you take that heel towards the end of your mat, lift and lift. And use those little checks with your hands. Just make sure everything's pulling in. Touch just inside your hip bones. Lower abdominals are tight. Lift and hold. Now take your fingertips up to the ceiling. Point your toes again. We're going to do the right arm and left leg. And I want you to really stretch that leg long. Thumb touches the floor behind you. Breathing in, we come back to our dead bug position. Hands over shoulders, knees over the hips. Change sides. Left arm, right leg, and back. Make sure that lowest back rib is down on the mat. You're narrowing your waist. Exhale as you reach the arm and leg long. Inhale as you come back to that starting point. Imagine a pool of water in your belly button. Try to deepen that pool without pressing your lower back down into the mat. Good. We're going to go one more time each way. Out and back and out and back. Now just a quick stretch, hugging your knees into the chest, lower back pressing down. So stretching out your lower back for a moment. Then coming back to our tabletop position, back to our neutral spine, hands behind the head. We're going to breathe out, stretch your legs out, and lower the right leg down and up. Then change sides, the left leg goes down and up. Little turn out on those toes. So the heels come together, but the toes are turned out. Exhale as you lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 4 more. Shoulders high up off the mat, like you're propped on the tips of your shoulder blades, elbows wide. Last 2. And 1, come back together. Now we take the legs apart, out and in for 8, 7, 6, keep the rib to hip connection, belly button in tight, neutral spine. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the shoulders back, hug your knees in, circle those knees around both ways. Get hands behind the knees, chin to your chest. We're going to roll up to sitting and flip over to all fours. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water here as we switch from our abdominals back to our legs. So I want you to take that loop, if you're using it, and pin it under your left knee. Stretch your right leg back. So we're going to lift that leg up and down. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. If you don't have the loop, just really squeeze that right leg, squeeze that glute at the top of the movement each time. Draw the belly button up and away. We're going to lift and lower. So just kind of look down your body. The right toes should be pointing down to the mat, so there's no turn out on that foot. The foot is flexed. Your left hip is over your left knee. That right foot is in line with your hip. You're touching the mat each time and then lifting just above hip height without sinking into your shoulders or your upper body at all. Stay there for 3, 2, last 1. Toe comes back down to the mat. Now zip the belly button up and away. Lift the lower back slightly. Tap the foot out and in and out. And back again. Just have a little look. Make sure that foot is coming off the edge of the mat. So really reaching out wide to the side, back to the midline, out to the side, back to the midline. Make sure that you're lifting in between. So we're not dragging or sweeping the foot across the floor. So they're 8 and 7, 6. Narrow your waist. Imagine a belt around your middle tightening to make sure we don't move the lower back at all as that leg sweeps out and in. Last 1. Take the foot back to your midline. Now point the toe. I'm going to sweep the leg out, circle it around. Sweep out, up and around. Just have a little look. Make sure the left hip stays over that left knee. We're not swinging into that left side as the foot sweeps out to the right. So there are 4 more. And 3, really point that toe, squeeze the glute, lift up and around. Perfect circles. 2 and 1. Take the foot back down to the mat. Just check your alignment, zip your connection a little tighter, and slide the toe to the edge of your mat. Turn the knee out and lift that leg up. Squeeze and hold at the top. Inhale down. Exhale, lift up, squeeze, hold. Inhale down. Check your rib to hip connection. Make sure you're shortening that distance between the ribs and hips. Pinky toe leading the movement as you lift that foot up at a long diagonal. Stay there for 4, squeezing at the top each time. And 3, last 2. Hold the last one up. Now bend the knee, wrap that toe around, turn the knee up, shoulders down, circle the knee. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull your knees back together, sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms out, rest your head. And then circle your wrists a couple of times. Drag your hands back, just shake out your shoulders, just releasing any tension before we do the other side. And we take the loop out from under your left knee and tuck it under your right. So just changing sides. Shoulders down away from the ears. Stretch that left leg out, flex the foot. Draw your belly button up and away, slide your shoulders down the back, and then lift that leg up and down, squeezing that left glute each time you lift that leg. So really try to tone that muscle, giving that good squeeze, finding that crease that separates your hamstring from your glute, that little curve under your butt cheek. Stay there for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now toe to the mat, press the mat away, tap the foot out and in, up and over, up and back. Again, lifting each time, getting the energy in that movement. So each time that toe touches, we can almost bounce it up. Lift, tap, lift, and lift. Stay there. 8, and 7, 6, 5, last 4. Press into your fingertips, protect your wrists, spread the weight to the end of the hands. Last 1, foot comes back in line with your hip. Now point that toe, check your shoulders, and we sweep up and around, sweeping out to the edge of the mat. So we sweep the toes along the mat, then sweep it up and around, drawing perfect circles for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toe comes back down to the mat. Again, we lift that lower back. There's 2 variations to go. Reach the toe to the corner of the mat. Rotate that leg outward, leading with that pinky toe. Lift up, squeeze, hold at the top. Inhale down. Lift up, squeeze, hold. And down. Staying there for 8 and 7. Make sure you're not sinking into your upper body. Imagine a string between your shoulder blades, lifting that spine up. Last 4, 3, 2. Try to lift your head a little bit. Look off the end of the mat. Now, last one we hold. Bend the knee, wrap the toe around, turn the knee out. 4 circles each way, up and around. 3, 2, and 1. Hold, reverse. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Take your knees back together. Get that loop up around your right knee. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms. Good. And drag your hands back. Just rippling. Good. And drag your hands back. Just rippling through your spine as you sit back onto your heels. Lace the fingers together behind the back. Lift your arms. And then lace the fingers in front of your body. Through your spine as you sit back onto your heels. Lace the fingers together behind the back. Lift your arms. And then lace the fingers in front of your body. Round the shoulders, looking down towards the abdominals. Lift the arms up. And then reach out to the sides. Just kind of shake everything out. And we're going to flip over back to sitting again. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water as we change positions. We're going to lose our loop. Have it handy though. And we're going to need that brick. I'm going to place the brick between your knees. So we're going to come into our C-curve abdominals. Try to keep your feet glued to the mat. Keep your feet that brick distance apart, or book, whatever you're using. My brick is about 2 inches wide, I would say, maybe 2.5, 4 centimeters. Hands on your knees, feet stuck to the mat. Tilt the pelvis, scoop your belly, round your spine. Roll yourself back. Try to carve out those abdominals. Lift your hands up. Fingertips connect, almost touching that brick. Shoulders away from your ears. I'm going to come down an inch and up an inch. Tuck and lift. Stay there for 6. Really squeeze that brick. Scooping the belly button in. Breathing out as you lower. In as you lift. Last 2. Squeeze that brick. Scooping the belly button in. Breathing out as you lower. In as you lift. Last 2. Hold the last one. Now breathe out. Lift the arms overhead. Inhale, lower them back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. For 3. If you need to modify this, just do single arms alternating. 1 more time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and sit yourself up. Take a big breath in. Now pick up your loop and wrap it around your hands. Make sure you don't have too much brick sticking out. We're going to need to kind of turn side to side. You don't want to get caught up on that loop or that brick. So hands in front of you. We're going to breathe out. Again, come back into your C-curve. A little bit of a stretch on that loop. We're going to turn to the left. Exhale. Inhale back to the center. Turn to the right. Inhale back to the center. That leading arm really presses out into that loop. Make sure your shoulders face your hands so the shoulders are turning as well as the arms. Breathing out as you twist. In as you center. Sort of enjoy that twist of your spine. 1 more time each way. Twist and center. Twist. Come back to the center. Hold your arm. You just stretch the loop a little bit more as you tuck and lift. Tuck and lift. Just stretching those arms apart. Stay there for 4. So feel your shoulders and your upper back working a little bit with that loop. Last 2 and 1. Just lift up. Just have a stretch. Breathe out now, hands up, round the spine, roll yourself back, turn to the left, hold it there, shoulder left, hold it there, shoulders down. I'm going to stretch the loop as you come down and up, tuck and lift. Stay there, 6, squeeze that brick, press those feet into the mat. Last 4, 3, 2, really stretch that loop, hold the last one, little pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your center. Little stretch to reset the spine. Then breathing out, tilt, scoop around the spine, roll yourself back, turn to the right, shoulders down, twist a little further. We go down an inch, up an inch, tuck, and let's squeeze that break, draw the belly button down. That's 4 and 3, 2, holding the last one, little pulses, 8, 7, 6, just stretching that loop, little dips down, 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands back to the center, quick stretch. Now I want you to change your grip so your palms are facing down to the floor, your pinkies are out into that loop. Roll yourself back and just pull the loop and extend the arms. Spine doesn't move, just bend the elbows and extend. So the 6 and 5, really stretch that loop. 4, keep low in your C curve so the abdominals are working as well, even though that upper body isn't moving, your back isn't moving. Last 3 and 2, last 1. Take your hands around that brick and sit up nice and tall. Big stretch in. Good. All right, pop the band away, but we still need that brick in between your knees. Just scoot yourself to the front of your mat, and we're gonna round the spine and come all the way down onto your back. Now walk your feet in a little bit closer. You should be able to touch your heels with your hands when you stretch down either side. Then just rest your hands along the mat. Press your lower back down, tilt your pelvis, draw your belly button in, squeeze that brick tight, pelvic floor lift, so think tailbone lifting up to the pubic bone. Inhale to hold, and then exhale, just peel that spine slowly from the tailbone through the hips, through the lower back, middle back, right up to your upper back. And once your hips are up, just button your ribs towards your hips, just shortening the abdominals a little bit, squeezing that brick tight. Look down your body. Your brick should be perpendicular to the floor, so it's not tilting to one side. Your knees are level, your hips are level. Now we're going to lower the hips down, touch the mat, squeeze to lift up. Inhale, touch the mat, exhale, squeeze up. Squeezing that brick each time. Narrowing the waist as well. Stay there for 6, 5. So really make it count. Really squeeze those glutes, squeeze the inner thighs, wrap the corset muscles around your middle. Last 2. Hold the last one up. Now we're going to pivot the pelvis left to right. Lift your right hip, then your left hip. Imagine getting that hip bone up to the ceiling. Same there. 8, 7, 6, 5. Alternating glutes. So right side squeeze, left side squeeze. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just square the hips. Zip the core a little tighter. Hands along your sides. We're going to float your right leg up. Now look at your brick. Make sure it doesn't tilt. Flex and point the foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish with the foot flexed. Drop it down to the mat. Transfer the weight into your right foot. Lift your left leg up. Check your brick doesn't tilt. And again, flex, point for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot. Drop it back down to the mat. Breathe in. Lift your arms all the way behind you. Backs the hands touch the floor. Squeeze the brick. Lift your hips higher. And then drop your rib cage down first. Squeeze that brick through the middle back, through your lower back, and then 1 vertebra at a time. Hip bones, tailbone come down, and then the hands come back to your sides. Take a big breath in. Now, second set, we're going to come up onto our tiptoes, heels high. Actually, let's lay the hands across the lower abdominals. Tilt the pelvis, draw everything in. Big pelvic floor lift. Breathe into the sides of the body. As you breathe out, we're going to hold this imprint for 1 more exhale. Inhale. And with your next exhale, start peeling that spine up. Imagining that bicycle chain, 1 leg at a time, just lifting up off of the mat, 1 vertebra at a time, all the way up into a nice high bridge. Once we're there, we button the ribs a little tighter towards your hips, squeeze the brick a little tighter, and then lower the hips down, squeeze the glutes to lift up, squeeze your brick lower, and lift. Imagine your heels pulling together as you squeeze that brick so everything's wrapping around the midline of the body, glutes wrapping around the tailbone, waist kind of tightening around your spine. Stay there for 4 and 3. Last 2. Hold the next one up. Little squeeze at the top. Pelvis stays level. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Lift the right hip and left hip. Right to left for 8, 7, 6. Really exaggerate the movement. Jump those hips up. 3, 2, 1. Now square the hips. Transfer the weight to your left toe. Float your right leg up. Get the hips a little higher. Check your brick doesn't tilt. Flex and point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right toe. Transfer the weight into the right foot without a big shift. Send your left leg up. Again, flex point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Point and hold. Drop the toe down. Lift the hips higher. Narrow the waist. Let's lift the fingertips up to the ceiling. Last set. One more time each side. Right leg up. Flex and point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pelvis stays level. Knees stay level. Point the toe. Drop the right toe. Lift everything and touch higher. Last leg. Left leg up. Flex. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Point and take that left toe down to the mat. Breathe in. Lift the arms all the way behind you. Backs the hands touching the floor. Hips higher. Squeeze the brick. Breathe out. Drop the rib cage first. Middle back second. Vertebra by vertebra through your lower back. Hip bones and then tailbone. Drop your heels. Hands to your sides. Let's take that brick into your hands and just hug your knees in to your chest. Good. Now, pop the brick away. Hold the backs of the knees. Draw your chin in. We're going to roll up and hold your balance. Just holding here, scooping the belly button, and make sure you have enough space behind you. You may want to inch yourself forward. We're going to roll back to the shoulders and then up to your balance. Now try to extend the legs with the next one. Hold the backs of the calves. Open those legs a little bit wide. Roll back and up. Roll back and up. It's like a rocking chair. Rolling back and up to up. Roll back, up, really point those toes, get the legs straight, nail that balance, scoop the core in tight, 2 more, back, up, and freeze. Last one, back, up, and freeze. Now just pull those knees in, knees together, back, up, and freeze. Now just pull those knees in, knees together, into our V-sit. Take your hands along your side. Into our V-sit. Take your hands along your sides. We're going to go down and up. Breathe in and out. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we wrap around the backs of the knees, roll your shoulders back, stretch into those legs, get the legs as straight as you can, and then bend, extend, and bend. Lift your chest, last 2. And with the last one, extend and hold, take your right hand away, left hand away, and then just slowly lower the feet. Reach forward, wrap around the feet, your ankles, wherever you can reach. Get the backs of your knees down and draw your chest down towards those legs, dropping your chin into your chest, so really rounding your spine. And then straighten up your back. Cross one foot over, turn towards that knee, lift and twist your spine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, and then change sides. Right foot over the left leg, turning towards that right knee. Breathe in, stretch the back. Exhale, twist. Good. Okay, now we're going to come onto our side. Good. Okay, now we're going to come onto our side line. So I want you to grab your loop again. Wrap it around your feet. And just come onto your side. And stretch your legs out. Shoulders back, belly button in. You're going to bend the knee of your lower leg. Take that knee to the front of your mat. The top leg stretches to the back of your mat. So top leg is straight. I want you to lift that leg up and down. High to low. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the 2, hold the last one up, draw the belly button in, little pulses up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point the toes, circle, 4 big circles, up and around, freeze at the top, and again, all the way around, freeze at the top, 2 more, zip the core in, last one, get that leg straight, hold, reverse it, sweep the leg behind you, in front, and hold, 3 more, back, down, forward, and hold, stretching that leg, 2 more, and lift, last one, up and around, and then extend your lower leg, heels together, toes stretch, shoulders back, bend the knee points up to the ceiling, and then slide the toes, the heels back together. Bend the knee to ceiling, sweep it back together. For 4, and 3, last 2, and 1, and then slide the legs back together, drop your head, shoulder back, lift this hand up to the ceiling, open your legs out, and then circle the top leg. Just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circle, 6 the other way. 5, no movement through the pelvis. Maybe take your hand down, just make sure everything's still and stacked, tight. Last one, scissor both legs, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs back together, drop the feet down, drop your knee forward, get a big stretch with the arms opening out into a wide T, and then just circle the back hand over your head, around to the other hand, circle it back. So we're just doing semicircles, reaching behind, always going over that head, trying to slide the finger along the floor, slide it back. And this last one, we go all the way around down to that leg, all the way around down to that leg. All the way around the other way. All the way around the other way. Okay, knees back together. Let's change sides. Drop your head up, stretch your legs out, shoulders back. Belly buttons in tight. Now lift your top leg up, bend the knee of the lower leg. That knee comes to the front of the mat. Top leg is reaching to the back of your mat. Foot flex, parallel to the floor. Core strong, and we just lift and lower. Up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, hold it up, point the toe, circle all the way up and around, freeze at the top, and again, forward, down, back, and hold. 2 more, really sweeping that leg behind you, reaching to that back wall, holding at the top, lifting a little higher. Last one, forward, down, back, and hold. Stretch everything a little longer, lift that leg a little higher, reverse it for the other way. All the way up and freeze. 3, down, up, and hold. Last 2. Drawing that perfect circle, freezing at the top, and 1 more. And hold. Now we're going to extend the lower leg, draw the heels back together, turn the toes out, stretch into that loop to lift the knee up, and then slide the heels back together, squeeze. Knee to the ceiling, shoulders back, as the heels come back together. We're going to squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes. 4 more. Turn that knee out, really open up the hips, squeeze at the bottom, and 3, stretch that loop. And release. If you don't have a loop, just add that resistance. Imagine there's a heavy weight on your knee. Last 2, lift and lower, and 1, lift and lower, and drop the head. Lift your hand, lift that top leg, zip the core a little tighter, small circle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Zip the belly button in, tilt the pelvis slightly, reverse the circle. 6 the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now flex the feet, scissor both legs. 8, 7, keep your rib to hip connection, keep the torso perfectly still. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come back together, drop the feet down to the mat, slide your top knee forward. And we open the arms out to wide T. Stretch the fingertips and circle the arm around. Kind of push everything out of the way. Just a semicircle over your head. And then reach it back. Reach it up and over. And sweep it back. This time we go all the way around past the leg. Once those hands come back together, we reverse the circle past the leg. Step back, all the way around. Good. Now, we're going to flip over onto your front. Do a little bit of work for the upper back and finish with a quick kind of upper body blitz. So I want your feet to be reaching to the edges of the mat. So if you have that loop still around your knees, if you have a loop, just make sure there's a little bit of tension in that loop. Elbows out to your side. We're going to lift the chest, kiss the elbows to the sides of your rib cage. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back. Feet stay on the mat, but we're stretching them out towards the corners of the mat. Stay there for 3. Keep the gaze down on the mat. So we're really looking to the floor and reaching to the back of the neck. Last 2. And 1. Now extend the arms out, thumbs point up to the ceiling, stretch the legs a little wider, draw the belly button in a little tighter, and then lift both arms and legs. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, lead with those thumbs, stretch into that loop, and down. 4 more. Lift and lower. Last 3. And 2. Really exaggerate the movement. Stretch long, lift high, and then come all the way back down. Turn the palms down. Now we're going to lift the right arm, left leg, and then switch left arm, right leg. Slow flutter. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything comes back. 2, 1. Everything comes back down. Sweep your hands along your sides. Lift the chest, turn the pinkies up to the ceiling. Tilt the pelvis, pubic bone heavy on the mat. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. And lower. Stay there for 4. And 3. Rotating the arms. The feet stay on the mat to start. Last 2, just working the upper back. And 1. Now with the next one, now we start adding those legs up. Stay there for 4. Up and down. Rotate the arms, shoulder blades together. Last 2. And hold this last one. Legs up, stretch the legs wide. Turn the pinkies in. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hands under your shoulders. Sit back onto your heels. Toes together, knees apart. Good. Now for that quick upper body blitz, I want you to flip yourself over. Drop your loop. Feet are hip width apart. Fingertips point towards your hips. We're going to lift your hips up off the mat. Squeeze the glutes, zip the core, and bend your elbows and extend. Tricep dips. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you can, now dial it up by lifting one knee up. Stay here for 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Switch the knees. Again, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down, hips high, zip the core tight. 3 bounces, then lift. Go 1, 2, 3, extend. 1, 2, 3, and lift. 4 more. Bounce, 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 and lift. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Last 2, 2, 1, and stretch. Squeeze the glutes. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Lift up and hold. And then swing your hips. Try to get them through your arms. Lift your arms up to the ceiling. Pull your right elbow in. Lift your chin up. Inhale. And then just switch straight to the other side. Left elbow in. Chin up. Shoulders down. And then to do the biceps, we flip over. Knees at the edges of your mat. Toes together. Zip the core in. Tilt the pelvis. Point your fingertips in towards each other. We're going to bend the elbows out to the sides of the room. And exhale, press them out away. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 6 more. Lead with your chest. Take the hips along with you. So the head, the chest, the hips are all going down in one line. 4 more. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Nice long neck. 3. Last 2. And 1. Hold there. Just check the shoulders down. Tilt the pelvis. Scoop the belly. Bring come halfway down, hold, a little lower, hold, low as you can for 3, 2, 1, stretch the arms, inhale, exhale again, halfway down and hold, an inch lower, hold, one more inch, hold there, 3, 2, 1, stretch, last set, zip the core in tight, drop those hips as well as the chest, down, down, and then hold the last one for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms, rest your head. Good. Come up to all fours. Take your right hand, thread it through your body, slide the arm all the way along the floor, press into the back of that hand, lift the left arm up to the ceiling, inhale, hold, and then exhale, take the top hand back down, bottom hand comes through, we reverse the twist of the spine, reach the back of that hand towards an imaginary wall behind you, and then take the right hand down to the mat. Left arm tucks through the body, keep reaching all the way through. Lift the right arm up, inhale to stretch through those fingertips, and then take the top hand down, back hand comes back through, and reverse the twist. So that somebody's pulling that hand back, and then come down. Tuck your right foot through your body, Right knee is at the edge of the mat, outside of that right arm. Slide the left leg back, look up to the ceiling. Come down to your elbows, down to your chest, down onto one cheek. And a little bit of movement, a little swing side to side, maybe stretching that left leg a little further back. And then just walk your hands back. Uncross your left foot. Your right foot, tuck your left foot under, so just changing legs, left knee outside of that left arm, slide the right leg back, look up, inhale to hold, and then exhale, just walking down towards that mat, dropping onto the chest, turning onto one cheek, and a little bit of sway, left and right, inching your straight leg a little further back, and relaxing to stretch out that left hip. Good. Walk yourself out of the stretch. Roll onto your back, grab your loop. The loop goes around your right foot. Left leg long, get that knee straight. Shoulders down. And then drop the leg out to the side for your inner thigh stretch. Take a breath in and let it go. And then cross the leg over for the outer thigh stretch. Just go each way. Again, stretching out, pulling that loop, sinking your shoulders down. Exhaling, just to let out a sigh to release any discomfort. Change legs, left foot goes into that loop. Right leg out, get the knees straight. Shoulders stay nice and relaxed. And exhale, pull, just drop the leg out to the side for your inner thigh. And then going across the body for your outer thigh stretch. Keeping the left hip down, kicking the heel away, pulling that band, feeling that nerve through the outside of that leg. And then back to the center. Both feet into your loop. Just try to tilt the pelvis forward, find a little gap under your lower back, and then roll yourself up. Hold over the legs. Drop your loop. Lift yourself over. Chin to chest, round the spine, tuck the toes, lift the knees, straighten to your downward dog. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Hang over those legs, maybe wrapping around the back of the legs, nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Soften the knees, drag the fingers along the floor, and then start rolling yourself all the way up, just restacking. Once the head comes up, I'm going to draw your heels together, zip the core in tight, squeeze the glutes, lift the arms up into your balance, shoulders away from the ears, ribs towards your hips, hold there for 4, 3, 2, and 1, then lower the heels, and just kind of swing everything out. Good, give yourselves a little round of applause, and enjoy the rest of your day. We're back for a beginner session tonight at 5:30, back for your regular morning Pilates session tomorrow at 9, and hope to see you again. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you soon.